a video analysis for Saturday the 25th of June at Randwick, and let's see if we can find some runs that were missed or unlucky.
Dark eyes, the intention is to be more forward, and we're just about set now. The red light is on. Stand by.
You can hear there, the caller has just said dark eyes, the intention is to go forward. It's out wide, white colours, black cap.
For a jump. Here we go on the first of the day. And the gates open, they're off and racing. Well, dark eyes didn't jump well, and it's been desperately...
Well, you saw it there, it jumped in the air a little bit, missed the start, so now you've got dark eyes back at the tail, and I'll just fast forward through some of this as we go too. Alright, as you can see, what's actually happened here, Humid Desert stayed like a little bit back and wide. Dark Eyes is in a hopeless position now. It's stuck in behind some slowish horses here. This horse here, Static Lift, who's been going great since it won its maiden at the Beaumont track, it's also stuck. And of course, Noble Joey's always been going terrific. I would have thought the last run on the 4th of June in that really heavy bog, when it was run down by Ravi, might have taken a bit out of it, but let's see. The tempo, by the way, a little bit above average.
They're both in pockets as they top the rise. Noble Joey in front from Gender Vienna. Static Lift is looking for room.
Well, there's the first thing to note. As Static Lift goes through that gap, Dark Eyes tries to go through this gap that wasn't really there. It's now out of the race, so we've got Noble Joey leading, Static Lift improving, and Humid Desert with more weight and a wider barrier and a wide run coming into the race.
He's getting it. Dark Eyes isn't got completely chopped out. Dark Eyes. Noble Joey in front. Humid Desert's got a tough. Static Lift has got the last shot. Noble Joey in front. Static Lift is trying hard, but Noble Joey had the luck up front. Noble Joey.
All right, as you see it, I wouldn't say Noble Joey was tempo assisted. What I would say is just above average tempo suited it. Having said that, this horse was back on the inside with nowhere to go. This horse came out slow and was a little bit wide. And of course, the other horse in the race that is a total forgive is Dark Eyes, who was just in a horrible position after missing the start once again. And when I say once again, last start it actually came out and led. I'll just show you. It came out and led and then was eased back. So I would have thought going up 100 metres might have suited it. I'll just have a look for you. Okay, this is Dark Eyes' start before. Humid Desert was actually in this race. This is an 1100 at Canterbury. Let's have a look. It's strong wide. There you go. So it's begun well this day. This is the start before I've just showed you. And it's allowed to drift back there. So there's no doubt in my mind that this horse, it can be in the races. It just, it's flown out there and been taken back. And then the time they want it to go forward on it and ride it forward, it's actually missed the start. So I think, there's a few things in that race on Saturday, as you can see. Do I think Noble Joey will go any better? No. Do I think Humid Desert will go any better? No. But certainly, if you're looking forward and you have a look at something like Static Lift, you would be hard-pressed to say that it's not going great. And Dark Eyes, well, if you can trust it to come out in a race and get into a good position, I think it's going to do really, really well. And, the market will be pretty tough on it next start, I would have thought. Okay, here we've got race 2, which is the 1200 metre race for 2-year-olds. Let's just have a look at the start.
They're on protest, and it's only started Canterbury. All set. And they're off and racing. Treviso from the outside jumped away very well. Conchita.
Of note here, Conchita is where it's supposed to be. This will come through. This is the eventual winner. This horse here, Who Said It's Easy, this is the horse I mentioned a couple of weeks ago would win next start, and it did. One of the provincials at some prohibitive odds of $1.60 or something. Note, keep an eye on this one. It goes back, like they pull it back. You can see there he's got a real good hold of it, so he's just got no intention to go forward whatsoever, which surprises me a bit, but anyway.
Right off the track from Who Said It's Easy, difficult to get it. Morton's Fork is well back on the rails. Infradite, the stablemate, is back second last and very deep, and El Cid brings up.
The other one to note is this In For A Dig, who was terrific finishing off last start, and we were on it here. It's jagged back and wide as well. So these two here are in horrible, horrible, horrible positions. Russian Revolution. Keep an eye on who said it's easy back here, the Red Cup.
Then difficult again, followed by Treviso being pushed along. Conchetta pulls out, and Morton's Forks looking
Morton's
for a
Fork here
lead.
on the inside.
Russian Revolution's gone for home. It's a big leader. A couple in front of Treviso, then Morton's Fork. Elsid making ground, and then Who Said It's Easy. In for an Eagers labouring, but Russian Revolution's well clear. Morton's Fork on the inside is going through into second from Treviso, but this is a pretty smart 2-year-old. Russian Revolution wins it by...
All right, couple of things there. This is a very good horse, no doubt. Morton's Fork was resuming here at 1200 on a soft track, so certainly wouldn't have had the fitness, although well prepared at Godolphin as they do with their young 2-year-olds. El Cid and this horse here, Treviso, not so sure. Well beaten last start, and this Treviso was, well and truly taken care of by Who Said It's Easy last start when they met. The one to look out for is this one here. Who Said It's Easy? Missed the start, or didn't miss the start. It came out and was restrained, more to the point, and then for a horse that can normally go forward, that sort of put it out of the race. It's ran on pretty strongly, so I'd suggest what's going to happen with it. It'll go up in distance, and it's a horse of some ability, believe me. So out of the race, there's some good performances by Russian Revolution. I think Morton's Fork's close, and I think Who Said It's Easy is a dead set super horse to follow going forward. When it goes up to about 1300 or even longer, it's dead set ready to win again. Make no mistake about that. Okay, moving to race 3 now, which was the highway race over 1200. Of note here were a couple of things. Star Shaft had drawn very, very wide out in 13. One of the better horses in the race. I think that's about it. We'll just have a look now.
Pick up over 1200 metres. And they're off and racing. And Sister Joy jumped well together with Cheeky, who's drawn wide out, and King Mandu's going forward. Raised a Legend and Snappy one to the length. Doing Cheeky moves up the up. Well back then as Star Shaft, and they turn from Rock On's the wrist charge of light, and Grand Rouge is the last one. Sister Joy leads into the straight from Cheeky up on the outside, then Raised a Legend, Flash in the dark. Further back to Charge of Light, running on well on the outside, and Star Shaft's going well. Just needs a crack at them as Charge of Light and Mossman's gone. Race up to hit the lead. Rock On's a Riz down the outside. Star Shaft's clear now. Rock On's a Riz sprints on the outside, and Rock On's a Riz draws by the big Charge of Light.
Okay, couple of things to remember. Star Shaft, barrier 13, was always going to get very well back on a 9-metre rail. Makes it very hard and had to do some weaving in the straight. This horse here is interesting. Mossman's Gold, I'd spoken to you about a couple of weeks back. I put something on Facebook about this horse and how it made a very good run up the inside last time. Was up to 1200 though, so I would like to see it maybe a fraction less. I'll tell you why. If you have a look here, sprints into the race well here. Look like it's going to win. That's the end of it there. So I think it's 1100 metre horse. Let's go back and have a look at Star Shaft. Here's Star Shaft here. It's got the tempo to suit. It's got to do a little bit of weaving. Decides whether to go here or there, so it goes back there. By this time, I think the inside's a bit inferior. So this was the place to be earlier on. I think, look, it's gone off a fraction, but not too much. So nothing wrong there. Look, this horse, Star Shaft's quite a good horse, but this is the one I'm interested in and was before. Mossman's Gold, I'd like to see it just go back a fraction, maybe 100 metres tops, and I think it's ready to win. We'll go to race 4 now. Alright, here we've got race 4. Look, it's a 2600 metre benchmark 78, so it's pretty hard to get excited about it, so I'm not going to watch the whole race. I'll go through towards the end actually, because nothing really eventuates or happens early that we need to know about. So I'll just go.
And it's bound from a bit busy. Stride is the last one. Goes to second. So Topaz has run its race. Then Murphy's Delight. Defrost My Heart, three in front of Not a Gypsy. Can she see it out? Defrost My Heart. Not a Gypsy's heading into the margin. Here comes the Gypsy. Not a Gypsy goes to Defrost My Heart. Not a Gypsy got up to win it.
All right, well, Fitwaller horse. This horse of Snowden's Not a Gypsy. I mean, I don't know where you go next with it from a benchmark 78 over 2600, but it's out toughed to the line, which for mine doesn't make the race look much good because Not a Gypsy was up in distance. It's also a young 3-year-old. It was going around on a slow track. I think it's more a case of we just need to find a race for this so the owners can get a little bit of money out of it more than anything. And personally, I'm going to take race 4 and just slam it straight into the bin where it belongs. Okay, this is race 5 at Randwick. This was a 1600 metre race, 3-year-olds and upwards. It saw the backing pretty strongly here for Farolitos. We were on Amarada, or we weren't on because Betfair was down, but we wanted to be on Amarada and Very Delicious here. Marinostro blew in the betting. Let's just have a look at the race quickly.
For a break in the fifth. And so taken back from the wide draw and Candela aggressively ridden out of the gates with Marinostro.
I'll fast forward through some of this. They don't change position much at all.
Then came Amarada here from Wilder and Black Jag. Marinostro in fourth, Amarada the outside. Then Wine and Dine from Farolitos, Casino Dancer, and Very Delicious still back last. Into the straight now, Candela just the leader from Wilder. Marinostro chimes in.
I can see Marinostro more weight this time, but a suitable wet track chiming in here. This is the interesting horse, Very Delicious, who you're not going to see much of in future because it bled. It looked like it was going to win.
So does Amarada. Further back to Wine and Dine. Farolitos into the clear and Very Delicious makes ground. Marinostro and Amarada race to the front. Very
Farolitos coming through the gap in the middle.
Delicious chimes in. Farolitos going between them. Wide out Very Delicious to Amarada, but Farolitos slicing through the centre. Farolitos hits the lead, extends away the last look.
All right, Farolitos wins the race. This bled. This animal's going pretty well, Amarada. Marinostro dropped out of it today. Going forward, well, as I said, you won't see Very Delicious for a long time now. Farolitos was very good. Amarada's always quite consistent, so realistically, other than that, not much more to say. Okay, we move on to race 6, 1400 metre benchmark 84 here. Won by a horse called El Lou, who we backed last time it ran. $26 odd, I think, but anyway, it was $2.50 here, so weren't really interested. I think I found one here. A horse called Tender went down to Melbourne last start. Would have thought would nearly have led here. Have a look what happens at the start.
Better now. Tender's missed.
Okay, here's Tender here. It's come out very slowly. I missed the start, so we'll have a look at it later on in the race. But it was 1800 back to 1400. I'd like to see this go back up to 1600 now, and it'll come out and be ridden forward and surprise everyone again. But certainly in this race, keep your eye on Tender. The winner, El Lou, as I said, loves the wet tracks. This horse really does. It's going terrific. Just whether or not you wanted to be on at 6-4 was another story. At the end of the race, you did. At the start of the race, we didn't. Let's have a look.
The start. Tender's going to settle down last. And the large jump well, so to distraught up on the outside.
It's a winner here.
With the leaders as well in third, followed by Kaleidoscope and Kokomo Zelda. Harlem Lady El Lou drifting back and Tender.
Let's fast forward this. Nothing much changes.
Goes up the fence twice wide the outside. Then Zelda running on and El Lou with
Here's your winner here.
down the outside.
Just keep your eye on Tender.
Distraught El Lou and Zelda chiming in. El Lou on the outside. Surges to the lead now. Zelda going into second. Harlem Lady clear late, but El Lou's off and going.
All right, pretty hard to argue against that one there, and you would be happy to take 6-4 about it afterwards, $2.50. This horse Tender, I mean, afforded no opportunity. Back along the inside there, we've got Harlem Lady. It's going well. I'm not sure if the inside was the place to be here later in the day. You would have thought with the rail out 9 it'd be the exact place today, but I think, well, I don't think, I started to see lots of clods being thrown up in the air. So, um, you know, Zelda and Harlem Lady and Distraught, they ran okay, but I might go back over those again and see if they were inconvenienced in any way. But this stage there's only one horse to follow up on, or probably two, the winner and this horse here in in tender, who had no opportunity to start. Okay, the next race is race 7 at Randwick, 1400 metre, benchmark 78. No superstars here, but we managed to get a very, very big result out of this race, and we'll have a look at that in a second. Um, the tempo was okay. Kanachi's resuming here. Grundeside's always up on the lead. They were both there where they're supposed to be. We'll have a quick look.
Very open betting rate. Handy as well. And the back downs going through along the running rail together with Courts of King improving and Metallic Crown surging through the pack as well. Then Victory behind them from Dubai and Style Super Tycoon. Lucy Brunner like Zeta. Sliding. It's outside then. She continues to roll forward.
Not much happening here.
Sliding, he drops into third, followed by Never Back Down to Metallic Crown. A length further back to Courts of
Kanachi, Grundeside expected to be there. This horse of Waller's Metallic Crown, it was expected to be there.
King in the red blinkers around Super Tycoon. Divine Style going through the centre. Then a Lucy Brunner. Fig Tree's very
This Fig Tree, the caller's just about to say, is very wide. Has a tough time.
deep and yielding ground around the corner. From Like Cedar in final decision. Into the straight now. And Kanachi just has it from Grundeside. Slidini goes to third. Super Tycoon's making.
Here's the eventual winner here, Super Tycoon, who last start missed the start pretty badly and finished off terrifically well. They bet some huge odds here, and I think we had it on top as favourite. Anyway, he wins.
Further back to Courts of King revving up. Divine Style and a Lucy Brunner down the outside. Grundeside goes.
You see it has a little bit of difficulty pushing its way through there inside. I think that's Slidini.
Tycoon's lengthening the outside. And Super Tycoon. Oh.
Alright, well there's Super Tycoon winning. Look, these aren't much good. The fact that Kanachi was able to be there at the end told me a little bit about the pace without needing to check the sectionals. Going forward, Victory okay. Kanachi's probably the one too that can do something now that it's you know, if you take into account that this was 1400 resuming, so not a bunch of stars, but you know what? You don't need stars all the time to make money. We made some very big money there. I'll just give you a quick look at our betting. Yeah, so we had Super Tycoon and Fig Tree on top, and as you saw, Fig Tree was afforded no luck in run. Back and wide, it did okay. Super Tycoon, there you go. We had 7s, and they bet 17s. We ended up getting 16. So our outlay on the race was I think we outlaid a total of 2 units to get back 11 or 12 or something. There you go, 11, which was very nice indeed. Okay, the final race of the day is only over 1,000 metres, and they looked like they were going to go quick here, but they didn't go all that quick. Yeah, not a lot to say about the race, to be honest. There's not that much quality in here. There are some, you know, you'd like to own a few of them, but nothing special. Hot Hit, we did have something on it. It's a horse that tends not to finish off that strongly at the end of its races, though. I know it's only 1,000 metres, but it just really doesn't hit the line. And Costanati, I thought it might go okay after it had resumed on a wet track and then came back and trialled. It gets every chance. The winner 3 sheets went pretty well actually, so it was okay. But going forward, not a lot to say about this race.
Past the run and we're all set. Off and racing again now in the last of the day, and a real high no speed. Nor was 3 sheets, and Plateau Gold jumped away pretty well. And Plateau Gold's looking for the early lead. Quell showing plenty of speed with Minnesota off between them. They're followed by LA Chevelle on the back of the pace. Then came Adjective from Incostinati as they race up to the home turn. Followed further
Costinati's here. The eventual winner's here.
back then by a hot hit about midfield from Floral inside 3 sheets. Well back is a rip.
Hot hit, black with the white.
From Rado as they race around the home corner now. And it's Plato Gold in front from Minnesota and Quell the outside. LA Chevelle back on the rails.
You'll see what I mean about this hot hit finishing off. It just doesn't seem to do it.
The back door hot hitters ducking and weaving, looking for the runs. Arujo making ground. Then came in Costinati and 3 sheets from further back. Minnesota.
Here's the eventual winner coming through the middle.
The leader, but they're charging. And going up the inside is Hot Hit to go and join Minnesota.
Hot hit tapering off, flying. Costinati's back here. Reasonably dominant win in the end by 3 sheets. Yeah, as I said, not much to say. So anyway, there's a couple there we have found that the market may not find, and they're the ones we like, not so much the ones with the flashing lights. Hope you enjoyed that, and hope you found a couple of winners. Cheers.